Hi, I'm Sherry Douglas, and welcome to the Faith-Led Interior Design Show. Hi, and welcome to Faith-Led Interior Design. Today, we're going to be talking about your decorating personality, and we're going to take a quiz that kind of helps you determine a little bit what it would look like to have your decorating personality in a home. Your decorating personality is different than your furniture style. In today's world, at least in California where I am, everybody's doing the same thing. And I think we see it on the HGTV that it's, a great look and everything, but it's all the same. It seems so same. And my passion is to see your uniqueness in your home, and each of us to have a uniqueness in our home. Not that we get so far from the trends that our homes look terrible or wouldn't sell maybe even, but that we have to put in our own personality into our interior so that it feels good to us. And we come home to our surroundings that we love, that we feel great in. And I think that's a big part of interior design. So we want to make your home feel unique to you, feel different from your neighbors, yet at the same time, we'll keep them where they're valuable. We don't want to lose the value by being so unique or so different that you couldn't sell it or something. That's not a good idea. We don't want to do that. So your decorating personality reflects you, and it can create emotions in the home. So some emotions might be where somebody comes in and just, oh my gosh, I love that piece. Where did you get it? Or did you travel to Fiji? Were you there? I love this look of this thing, and it says Fiji on it. Or it's like emotions, but it should be your emotions that you come home and just say, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I'm out of the outside world. It's crazy out there these days, and I just want to come home, relax, have my glass of wine or tea, and I just want to be with my loved ones, or it's just your space, and it has your individuality, your character. So are you shy or outgoing? Are you serious or fun-loving? Do you like things neat? Some people do with more stuff, more clutter. Do you like no clutter? I mean, none, and just a really efficient space? Do you like romantic candles and flowers and all that? This is your personality. We're going to look into it, and you may have one or two dominant ones in the home, the parents or you as the person doing the design. And then you can give this test to your significant other, or you can give it to your kids even, and find out what they answer. It's really, sometimes it can be quite revealing and quite fun to do that. Be sure and find out everybody's personality, but you as the designer or the one looking at the design of this home, you want to be the dominant one. And I know with husbands and wives, they say, what if we're real different? Some people feel real different. Sometimes there has to be a compromise between the two differences, and that can blend really cool together. Most of the time, I really never had a problem with that through the years. Most of the time, you see that you're both warm-based, or a lot of similar characteristics. So interesting to take this test and see if you can blend it, either blend two different things, or that you do like the same thing. So that's really fun to do. So there's going to be 30 questions, and what I need you to do not do this if you're in a car, but when you get home, do this quiz. You can hear it now, but do it later. So you want to write 1 to 30 with a line next to it so that you can give one answer per question. There's going to be 30 questions. I'll read them out here, and then we're going to go to the answers. This is just for fun, to kind of start weeding things down. This is not scientific. It's to help you, to guide you to things that you love. We're just going to keep weeding down to where we really get you where you're able to shop for yourself without having to look at all millions of things. You can say, I appreciate this piece, but it's not mine. So that's where we want to get with this, is start getting your personality into your interior. Anyway, it's really fun once we get into the personalities. Okay, so we're going to start with the decorating personality quiz. And again, if you need to pause this and get yourself a piece of paper. So I'm going to go on and be ready to do this. Okay, if I could have anything, I would choose this style of architecture. A is a clean line classic home leaning toward a soft modern. B is a Victorian or a cottage interior. C is an ultra-modern, no-nonsense home. And D is a tiny home, a tree house, or an architectural style from another country. And if you're listening by car, you may want this repeated, but I can't repeat them all. I'm going to just do them all once. You can go to the website and see them. That'll be much easier because you can think about what your answer would be. Okay, number 2. The items I would be most likely to display would be A, special moments that have significance in my life. B, crystals, flowers, candles, and family pictures. C, art from travels and large special sculptures. Or D, one-of-a-kind artistic pieces from local artists. 3, my go-to accessory would be A, pearls and beads from family heirlooms. B, crystal vase with a small bouquet of flowers. C, simple functional tray for serving. Or D, turquoise beads and accessories I picked up in Santa Fe. Or something like that, something that you picked up that is specific to you as an accessory. Number 4, the most exciting rooms to me usually have A, dramatic lighting. B, intimate, cozy sitting areas. C, clean lines with lots of light and space. Or D, unusual, unique surprises. Number 5, the way I seat my guests for dinner is A, a host at either end of the table with guests in between. B, a round candlelit table. C, a conference-like setting for great conversations. Or D, sitting on pillows around a low table. 6, the type of furniture I prefer in my living room is A, classic styling with interesting textiles or fabrics. B, a vintage set of chairs in velvet. C, a sectional with high performance fabric. Or D, hanging chairs in rattan. On my walls, I like A, large mirrors and family portraits. B, impressionistic paintings in bright colors, think Monet. C, large-scale contemporary modern art. Or D, wood shelves or macrame wall hangings. Number 8, if I could have whatever I like, I would love to have my backyard be like a resort with a swimming pool and a waterfall. B, an amazing English garden with beautiful, colorful flowers. C, I would have a putting green and tennis courts. D, an outdoor museum of wonderful, surprising pieces. Number 9, my pattern of choice for throw pillows would be a simple print, animal print or fur, anything floral, damask or paisley. You can Google these things if you don't know what that is. C would be black, gray, and white stripes, perhaps, or a stripe of a bright color. D, a bold colored killam pillow. Killam is a flat woven carpet or area rug made in Turkey, and it usually has a little bit of color to it. 10, a sideboard or buffet for my dining area would look like A, classy lacquered black or gray with gold trim. B, a traditional provincial wooden piece with softened edges. C, a simple cement exterior with plain doors. Or D, a hardwood frame with polished capiche shell doors. Capiche is kind of a clear see-through seashell, and they're usually real flat and round shaped, like a silver dollar size. 11, my favorite comfy shoes would be A, designer tennis shoes. B, a cute pair of floral flats. C, a neutral color pump. D, clogs or Uggs. Number 12, I would like this type of window covering in my home. A, shutters or clean line, interesting textures, simple draperies. B, a beautiful cornice above draperies with a fringe and tied back. Cornice is one of those wooden boxes that are up above. They can be real simple, straight line, or they can be curved and a little bit more curvy feeling to them. C, motorized roller shades that all go up together on a timer. Or D, something beaded or a vintage print from your country. Number 13, accessories I like on my coffee table. A, a large coffee table book with a vase with olive leaves. B, a crystal vase with a bouquet of flowers. C, simple art pieces that are easy to clean. D, an unusual find from the local artist or flea market. 14, my ideal kitchen would have A, a really large island with beautiful pendant lights hanging over it. B, beautiful old pieces with a silver tea set. C, smart home gadgets and lots of them. D, a pizza oven or barbecue with rotisserie. 15, if I could buy any car, I would lean toward A, a Ferrari or a Maserati, B, a classic Bentley or a Model T, C, a Tesla or a hybrid car, or D, a bus I could transform like an old VW Beetle or classic Beach Woody. 16, I would prefer to live with A, elegant neutrals with a splash of rich colors, B, soft pastels with some floral prints, C, neutral background with bold accent colors, or D, mixed patterns and prints that work wonderfully together. Number 17, a fun weekend afternoon would be spent at a play or museum. B, a nice tea party with friends. C, a car trip along the coast or resort area. Or D, a day at a street fair. Number 18, my favorite way to exhibit plants would be A, a single fig leaf tree. B, a cluster of peonies in a beautiful vintage vase. Peonies are a very pretty rosy look thing, real beautiful flowers. C, large simple vase with tree blossoms. Or D, lots of hydrangeas in a large woven basket. Number 19, lighting I would like in my room would be A, a spot lighting on a special item or items. B, old-fashioned fixtures or candlelight. C, a contemporary fixture on a timer. Or D, a Moroccan chandelier that reflects a pattern on the wall. 20, the kind of item I would not want to do without in my home is A, a wine refrigerator or a cold drink refrigerator. B, a cozy rocking chair. C, a smart kitchen. Or D, lots of plants. Number 21, to dress for a wonderful evening, I would wear A, a designer dress with simple classic jewelry. B, a long flowing print dress. C, a classic tailored pantsuit. Or D, an outfit from a different country. Number 22, rooms that excite me have A, dramatic lighting. B, comfortable, intimate seating areas around a fireplace. C, very spacious and lots of light. D, interesting, unusual items. Number 23, collections that you would love to display would be A, things that are personal and special for me that tell a story of my life. B, a lot of family photos and mementos. C, items from my world travels. And D, unusual items from my favorite artists. Number 24, my favorite fashion style would be A, couture. B, romantic laces and soft colors or prints. C, classic, simple, no fuss style. D, a mixture of layered patterns put together stylishly. 25, trees that I like the most are A, all types of palm trees. B, trees with blossoms. C, none or minimal, too hard to care for. B, bonsai or exotic trees. 26, when serving guest appetizers, I would serve A, black tie party hors d'oeuvres. B, traditional tea party hors d'oeuvres. C, a charcuterie plate. Or D, appetizers from around the world. Forgive me if I'm not pronouncing that correct. Number 27, I really want my home to have A, lots of conversation areas. B, a large kitchen and cozy sitting areas. C, rooms that are functional. And D, unusual features that provoke conversations. Number 28, when I entertain, I prefer gatherings that are A, as large as possible in an elegant setting. B, smaller gatherings so that we can converse and catch up. C, a group of colleagues and friends that love stimulating conversations. Or D, a theme party, perhaps a murder mystery dinner party. Number 29, a chandelier that I would love to have would be A, an elegant chandelier with several orbs. B, an ornate chandelier with lots of crystal. C, a simple modern type of chandelier. Or D, a chandelier perhaps from another country. And number 30, a type of bed I would prefer is A, a king-size bed. B, a canopy bed. C, a modern bed. Or D, a futon, prayer bed, or waterbed. So your interior design personality results. Okay, you've added up all of your A's, B's, C's, and D's. What does each of these personality styles mean? So if you have 9 or more of any of the letters, that would be your dominant personality style. You may have 2 and sometimes more dominant personality styles, and that's perfectly fine. But usually most people have 1 or 2. Occasionally somebody has like an even number on all 4. So maybe they lean toward all of them, but that's very unusual. So that you should have a dominant one and a secondary one that might be both pretty high. And so those would be yours. So here are the answers. If you had mostly A's, you tend to be an extrovert. You like things that are dramatic or just, create a impact. They're not real busy. They have intriguing art. You are an extrovert. You feel like rooms are staged for you and they're staged for impact. Again, that might be something where you're coming in and just like, oh my gosh, wow, this is cool. So especially the A's, they have a dramatic impact a lot of times. They spotlight their favorite pieces. Even this sofa in this picture here is lit, or the flowers in front, they're lit. And so that light, I don't know if you know, sometimes like in restaurants where something like a sculpture or something is lit, but you can't tell where the lighting's coming from, that kind of dramatic lighting. It's kind of museum type lighting. A's will have more of a dramatic, again, just spotting these certain areas that are unique. Look at the lighting on this piece of stone behind this sideboard that's here. It's lit. The stone is as if it's not dramatic enough. And then it has sconces on the side that are lit. Again, drama upon drama. So, but very elegant, very pretty type design. Unusual, that this can be, again, this has kind of some sculptures here that are a little bit dramatic, a big dramatic fireplace. How about the chandelier in this picture? And notice that the bookcase is lit, the bar behind is lit, and where the bar stools are, that's lit. So lighting is a big part of creating the drama of these rooms. This one has just a really specific art piece that when you come in, you can't miss. They just love that artist. So they commissioned this piece to be a real focal point in their room. These people I'm going to show a couple or a person that actually represents that kind of style. So these people are very clean, sophisticated look. Even these people kind of have a drama about them. Notice the fur on her. The detailing is simple, classic, not a lot of extra, just real pretty. And again, notice the lighting in the background. Notice the lighting on them, dramatic lighting. If you have mostly A's, you have a dramatic personality. If mostly B's, you tend to be more of a romantic. If you'll notice the curve on the furniture, curve on the detailing, the wickers and rattans are definitely can be part of the romantic style. Flowers, I love these blossoms, the ruffle on the shade, the curve of all the pieces here, they have curves in them. So flowers are a big part of a romantic design. And I'm just saying that's a favorite mirror back here. It's just a black frame mirror, really classic, goes with a lot of things. This girl is kind of a dramatic also. So she might have A's and B's, I would guess, if she were taking this test. So dramatic from the A's, and romantic is the detailing, the tufting on the sofa, the round edges. They usually like those family photo wall galleries, family galleries, candlelight, rooms that are cozy, antiques, traditional furnishings. Traditional we'll go over the furniture styles later, but a lot of times they're, more of curvy lines and lots of details on the carving of the wood and so forth. These wood curved front cabinets are very beautiful, and that curve kind of this is more of a simplistic B, not real like the last one. Her picture down here kind of has a little bit more curvature to it. This kind of the B is not as pronounced. But this bed could actually be an A, but it has this curve on the headboard. If it didn't have the curve, it probably would be an A, and it has some detailing on the post. But the curve actually kind of gives it a little softening that can go with a B styles. And the lamp has a little bit of a curve, definitely not contemporary or modern. The picture behind is a traditional picture. That's kind of a simple A. B's, again, like those gallery walls of all different types of frames, or they might do them all the same. They might like all black frames or that kind of thing, or a mixture of the wood with the black and white. So again, the gallery walls is the main point on that. And again, we can look at the curves on these B's style. This sideboard is definitely a Frenchy piece, and the chandelier is, so we can see the romantic part of it. This is very romantic. Flowers, the chandelier, the crystals, the candles, everything is just very quaint on here, on this little French setting. So that's definitely a B. And so this is a woman that fits with that kind of style. You can see her in it, that it really, really works for her. It just looks really, really pretty in that setting. So, okay, if you had mostly C's, you tend to be more contemporary or modern. The C's like things open and airy. They like everything smart home. They like it effective and efficient. Just no nonsense, no dusting. That I can always tell us if they say, "No, I don't want to care for it." If you're a no dusting or I don't want to care for it kind of person, I think most of us don't want a huge amount of upkeep. But a C will be really, really adamant about, I don't like that because I'd have to dust it, kind of thing. So C's like kind of industrial sometimes. They like it sparse, not a lot of accessories because they'd have to dust them. They're modern or contemporary styling, clean lines, and just real simple accessories. So, and sometimes even like this living room, this is a definite C, but it can almost be like work, like a lobby or something like that. But for this person, it's comfort. It's home. I just don't have a lot of clutter or a lot of stuff. Don't want it. So here's some furniture styles that might be C's. Again, no nonsense, real simple, clean lines, maybe a little toward the industrial kind of look. Here's a bathroom that could be a C, just minimal stuff. Okay, we got a couple pictures and we got, whatever is absolutely needed. That's it. This is a C living room with minimal furnishings and efficiently having a desk in that room that can be used together. Almost, again, looks like an office. They love that look. So really, really, really clean lines. This picture of the kitchen is a mixture between a B. You can see the B in the post on the island, and mostly C though. It's like, I would say, well, the shaker style is a little bit of a detail, but mostly this is a C. Very, very clean, minimalistic. And then it just has like the vase and the candles on the top have a B feel. So just, 90% C, 10% B. And that kind of person is very efficient. They dress businesslike and no nonsense, kind of techie sometimes, that kind of stuff. So now next, if you had mostly D's, you tend to be an individualist and you like things unusual. You can see the hanging chair here, I think. These items are unique. They create a shock effect. This person is fun-loving. They like conversation starters. Again, where did you get that? Or, wow, that's so unusual. What were you thinking? A lot of times their travels and their mementos will show up. They like natural elements a lot of the time. Lots of plants. Plants are a big part of it. This is Justine Blakeney, and she wrote a Bohemian book. Look at her book and how they match each other. That's what I'm saying about showing. She shows her personality in every, she's actually an interior designer too that specializes in the Bohemian style. So, and then on the right, we have just more of you can see the plants, and the unusual shelves would be the beam shelves. And this is that picture I think so cool. The mixture of frames. I love the balance in this room, how the hanging chair balances out even the picture on the floor here with the light above. So it's a really, really pretty done D room. Look at each individual piece. It's pretty unusual, really, the baskets and the chairs. So they like things that are, again, unusual, shock effect, and they love it. It's just really to show their personality. So I love that. A lot of times these wall hangings are a part of a D, again, because they're unusual, but there might be other art or pieces that are very unusual and you can use them in a D interior. And then this lady, she just fits in her room here. Look at her hair, little wild, like the coloring and everything really, really picks up her in this setting. And that's really probably something that's super comfortable for her, even though that chair doesn't look all that comfortable. It's just a comfy, unusual chair. And the conclusion here is that no matter what style or styles you are, that you are unique. You're an individual, and your home should be a lovely reflection of beautiful you. And so you can pare down the millions of choices, interior choices, by concentrating and choosing on those items you love and that are your personality style. But we want it not only to be your furniture style, but what we've covered today is your personality style. So when you're surrounded by items you love and products that align with your design personality, your home will feel more pleasing, serene, and restful. So whether you are an A, which is dramatic, or a B, which is romantic, or a C, which is efficient, businesslike, modern, or a D, which is a trendsetter, likes different things and create shock kind of interior. Whatever your style, all of them are fabulous. I just love to see, and I would love for you to comment below what came out for you and what one or two dominant styles, and did that work for you? Shine and reflect your personality in your home, and you will feel great in your home if you're reflecting your interior design personality. Remember, you can have a luxurious home that you love on any budget, and I'm here to help you get it done. Blessings, and talk to you next time.